Namaste, namaste, beautiful family of light. We are here on this Monday, and we have our beautiful light workers that are on Zoom. We have our beautiful light workers that are present at the Cosmic Center Spiritual Light, which is located in Sarasota, Florida. And of course, all of you beautiful light workers that will see this either now or later on Facebook Live. Barbara Sharon here. Um, I wanted to talk a little bit about some cosmic insights. I'm going to share a little bit about some, dream experiences I've had, some information that has been coming through. I just want to say I'm very excited in a couple of layers of things. One, there's many of us that are going to make the ascension in this lifetime. 100%. That was absolutely clear about that. So that's some good news, okay, that there's going to be definitely groups of us making the ascension. But also, too, the other thing with that is that we also have to be mindful of the fact that we're here to wake up others. It isn't but, oh, I'm in a see ya. No, no, no. It's like we want to bring everybody together. So there's a lot of work to be done. I'm extremely encouraged, even though I do see, and I'm very well aware, even into the deepest of the rabbit holes of what's really going on the planet, okay, and what's happening currently, world events, very aware of that, okay? However, and this is an important message, okay, I'm aware of it, but I'm also aware, okay, that there is the rumblings of light that's just under the surface over here, okay? Now, it's almost like this balancing act. And, I made a post, my personal post, and I had said something positive and uplifting, like, I said, I forget what it says. It says, you have to, no matter what, you have to hold the vision that things are going to get better. I think that's what the word said. And I put it out there. Okay. A friend of mine, a good friend of mine, actually, you know, regular individual that's out there in the world, contacted me, or she responded to me, and she was like, yeah, but those people have to take care of themselves also. And so she was coming from a different perspective. She was coming from, I understand. It's appalling. It's overwhelming. It's like, oh my gosh, am I even leaving? Is this even real? I get that. Okay, we all can feel that way right now, energetically looking around, not just one country, the entire world and all the governments. Okay, and what's happening too, and for a lot of people who have not been aware of this, okay, and then through the chaos, okay, you have to understand, for those that love God, at the end of the day, everything works for good. And I can see it, even though the horrors, and I have to protect my heart, as I've talked before. That's the only some things I can see. I have to hold on to my heart, and I have to be careful not to fall into the program, because those of us that can see the program, now there was just a handful of us that could see the program, see through the program. Now there's this great awakening to people that are beginning to awaken up and seeing exactly what this is. Okay, they're like, wait a minute, who's in charge of the world? What's going on? And I'm so encouraged, okay, that I see this great awakening. And we always talked about the great awakening will be happening at some point. The great awakening is happening now, even as those forces will want to keep things constricted, keep things in the matrix or the energetic cage, okay, where they are using the human the human love and capacity and emotions for nefarious reasons for their agenda. And I don't have to go into all of that. You could do your own rabbit hole research. You'll get to know all of that because it's all out there now. And things are finally being exposed. It's going to be shocking for a lot of people, because most humans, because of how humanity is, they won't even be able to wrap their head around this. They're like, I can't believe this. And it is stunning, because there is some stuff that's going to come out that is so stunning. And then you have to understand that this is nothing new, that this has been a repeating pattern throughout history. Babylon, the Canaanites, Rome, none of that has changed. There's always, as Jesus said, you had the mixture, you had the light and you had the dark. Okay, our goal here now is to, as Mother Mary said, is to be in our centeredness and come from the neutral observer. I know I beat that over the head on a regular time, but it's so important that we come from the neutral observer so we do not get sucked in energetically, emotionally, because that is the program. I saw it years ago. They said humans, okay, can be controlled and manipulated through their emotional body coming through the reptilian brain. Clear as day. And for that reason, we have to breathe, we have to stay in our centeredness and not get caught up, because then you're contributing to the lower frequency, which is based in what? Yeah, I get it, fear and being overwhelmed and getting depressed. Absolutely. However, you take a moment and you snap yourself back. So, like I said, my dear friend who responded to this, she responded with it because she's angry and upset. I understand. I understand. And she was saying, like, oh, just, wishing it for to be the best and da da da, but you have to go out there. Absolutely. I said, you have to do both. If there's something happening in my presence that is outside of my integrity, or I don't feel it's right, I have to open my mouth and say, no, that's unacceptable. 100% if I'm in that position. And then each of us have different roles that we play. But I would say to light workers, okay, who are awake, or awakening, the greatest thing you can do is we work with consciousness, we work with vibration, we work with energy. And really, everything, okay, that's happening in this 3D world, behind it is a spiritual world. So that's where our work is. If you're awake and you're aware, okay, you do your best, one, to keep your energies up. Not that you put your head into the sand. You're aware, but you don't go down that entropy that wants to pull you down, give up, be fearful, can't speak, and start getting small. Because fear is a cage, and they want that fear. And we cannot allow that to happen. You have to remember you come from something higher, better, stronger. You are not this, you're something so much more. And if you're aware of that, would you not tap into that and bring that light in? Why would you not do that? If that is your superpower, that's what we should do. So, all I want to say is a couple of things. One, even in the midst of chaos, you carry your own individual energetic field. You have a pillar of light around you. So we call the armor of God. You do your spiritual practice. You walk out into the world fearlessly because you are radiating your light. Okay, when you do that, you can trigger somebody else to do the same and someone else to do the same. And then next thing you know, you have a household or community radiating light. How are we going to dispel this distortion, miscommunications, and really, for most purpose, evil, okay, that's out there and has been out there? Radiate, radiate, because it's a frequency, and the higher frequency will transmute just by entrainment. Okay, the higher vibration is going to overtake the lower ones. But if you drop in your frequency, drop down into that, then you're giving more fuel for that energy. Okay, so those of us, and listen, you can't be a wimp holding light in the state of chaos. No wimps can do that. We are strong. We are very, very strong. We have El Gabor, the strength of God, that allows us to radiate our light, raise the vibration, take those people that feel fearful or scared or depressed, and nurture them and build them back up for them to remember who they are as these powerful, powerful, brilliant beings of light. We are in the body, we are in this world, but we are not of this world. We can tap into something much higher. Jesus the Christ demonstrated it. Zoroaster, Buddha. Look about the monks that are walking for peace and the hordes of people that are coming out welcoming them, just thanking them that they're walking for peace and compassion. So that's what we want to align ourselves with and raise and bring up the energies for the planet and for all involved. So with that, I'll say namaste, beautiful family of light on Facebook Live. We will see you next time.